Since April 2018, I have looked at over 100 apps easily. I'm not exactly sure the exact number, but I've looked at quite a bit, and I've looked at apps that you all have made. I've looked at apps that came installed on Windows, but there is one app that I never actually took a look at. I was looking through my channel history and I never looked at this. And that app is the center of all apps that you get on this platform of Windows 11, at least that I cover, and that is the Microsoft Store itself. The Microsoft Store is also an app on Windows as well as a website, but this is the app version. This is a native WinUI version of the Microsoft Store. This is what everybody has on Windows 10 and 11, and even 8 actually, now that I think about it. So I think today is the day where I start off by going into an app review of the Microsoft Store. This may be a longer one, this might be a shorter one, I have no idea at this point, but sit back, grab some snacks, grab some food, and prepare yourself for this quite in-depth app review of the Microsoft Store on Windows 11. Alrighty, so here we are on my desktop. Here it is, the Microsoft Store. This is the current iteration as of the Insider Dev Channel preview, build 25115. Now, nothing really has changed on this store, even on the mainstream versions versus this preview version. You still get the same layout, you get the same stuff in it, but I just wanted to create that disclaimer that this is on an insider build of Windows 11. So without further ado, starting off, you know what I like to see. I like to see what is around on the home page of it, and obviously this is home. All you got is your little menu bar up here, not really menu bar, but your kind of little title bar up above. You got embedded search in line with that bar right there. You can see what I have searched for. It's all very fluent, it's very see-through. And if I click away, I have to hit X's and it doesn't really click away. So that's already one thing that I don't like, is that I click the search and let's say I want to type in recorder to look for recorder. And then I have a bunch of stuff. Ironically, their recorder is actually all the way number 4. I guess they're being true to life, where this one is more popular than this one, even though clearly this one has way more reviews than it, and this one has even more reviews. But going back home, you can see that one thing that I noticed is that when I start clicking search and I want to click out of search, it doesn't go away. This search little bar, this search area, it doesn't remove this drop down area to go back to normal. See, if I double click, it makes it full screen, but I have to click the home button again or another tab for it to get out. But when I click it and I want to click out of it, you hear me clicking. It doesn't go away no matter what you do. So in order to get rid of it, if you accidentally clicked it, you have to click somewhere else. So let's say if I click here and then I click here. So if I click the actual meat of the application, then it goes away. But if you click the title bar up above next to it, it doesn't go away. So that's one fix that I would love to see Microsoft fix in this, is to fix clicking away from the search function. It's very simple. Just make this area act the same as this blank area here, and that'll fix that. Next thing you got on that top area, you got your account icon. Now, if I click account, you got my email there, and then you got just some payment methods and things like that. And then also you got your app settings, which we will get into later on. And then if you go back, you can see just the same information, redeeming gift codes and cards. And actually, this does in fact let you redeem it in the app. You don't have to, it doesn't link to the Microsoft Store website where you have to then open it up and then sign in with your account and then do all this like shenanigans to do it. It links it in the app. So that's pretty nice. The only thing I can zonk them about with this is it is not fluent, and for one, and two, it is technically still in a way the same format of like Windows 8 in a way, where it's all squared off and things. When every application that I open, including OBS and File Explorer and everything, is in fact rounded corners, I know it's a minor thing, I expect it to be consistent to have every pop-up dialog have the rounded corners and have not an outline around it. So Microsoft, that's another thing you should fix, is make this have rounded corners, to make this follow the UI design that is of every other application that you publish and that you've redesigned so far. And you've also redesigned this. I know it says it's in preview, but this is also technically not in preview on the normal versions of Windows 11. So that's something that I would say if you can fix. So if we go back home, all right, so now we're back on the home page. It looks very nice. You scroll down, it's got all the latest stuff. It's got the meat in different sections and things like that. You got little tab sliding bar here where if I click on different things, this is like the trending content. If I want to say I want to sign up for Game Pass, PC Game Pass, I click it, and then it tells me like, hey, you can sign up for Game Pass or PC Game Pass right through here. You see that I currently have PC Game Pass. You can click pictures and it'll just let you use your keyboard left and right arrow to switch between the pictures. It doesn't let you click and drag to act like a swipe animation. You can just click the arrows if you have a mouse and so on. So let's click out of that. Pictures do work. Descriptions do work too. So descriptions are very long sometimes. And I think there even is a read more button when descriptions are too long. So that's pretty nice. So let's go back. We're back on this main page here. It's very simple. I just use my mouse back button. But if you want to go back in this case, there's simply a back button right here. Or if you click it again and then you click see details, you can use your mouse back button as well to do the same thing. So there's multi-functions. They thought that through. I like it. Let's look at the Microsoft 365. We're going to look at 3 Microsoft advertisements essentially and see what happens. So this says that I don't have Microsoft 365 installed on my computer. Meanwhile, if I hit my Windows key and I hit Word, I do in fact have it all. So I don't know what's going on there. I guess it's because I installed it on the web and then from the web instead of through the Microsoft Store. So it doesn't know what's going on. So that's, I guess, I don't know if I can zonk them on that one. All right, so now we're going through. Let's see here. It says making waves through Windows 11 apps. This is the final one of built-in Microsoft stuff. Let's see what happens. These are Windows 11 audio apps that they want to highlight, kind of like Apple's highlight reel. Let's see what happens. So they got like a blog story and things like that. Another thing that I got to zonk them on is this scroll bar here, right? Look at how the scroll bar is designed. I might zoom in on it. Hopefully Future Kwaku zooms in on it. Look how it's designed. It's rounded. It's smaller. It takes up less space. It blends in more. Meanwhile, when I click on, say, this making waves through Windows 11 audio apps, and I wait for it to load, it looks like this one was not updated to have that same effect. It's now the fat version, kind of like what you got on Windows 10 and Windows 8. So again, Microsoft, another attention to detail piece that I would love for you simply to update the UI design of this. I know it's not fully done, but you officially released Windows 11. I expect things to be more straightforward from you. I know you're not perfect, but you know I got to talk about it. All right, so now going through, you got your top apps, top free apps, and everything has a see all next to it. So if you click see all, it'll put it in some order of some sort. And you can see already there was some problem here where it still thinks I'm looking for a recorder, even though I clicked top free apps. Let's see what happens again. Is it going to bring up recorder again? Okay, now it brought up top free apps. So if I go through, you can see all the top free apps. I don't know what specific order this is even in, if it's from the most popular. In fact, it's not, because Xbox has 2K reviews. Unless it's downloads, iTunes might have more. I have no idea. Filters, you can filter it by top free, paid, best rated, and so on. Products, you can pick products that are on sale. And then categories, you can pick the category. Let's say food and dining. What could possibly be on Windows for food and dining? Recipe Keeper, let's use that as a guinea pig. And then if you go in, this is the app page. Obviously, you saw earlier. Obviously, clearly, this application is a Windows 8 based application. But maybe the developer gave up on it at this point. I have no idea. But going through, you see how these long descriptions are, and you can hit show less like I was talking about. If the description is too long, you can hit show more and so on. You can hit the reviews to show more. You can show more here. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, and you can see the release dates and all the little information that you need to know, and also some things that people might view. I don't know if it's true or not, but you got what you pretty much can expect from an app store. There's subject matter, the brief description, the rating, the amount of ratings, if it offers in-app purchases and so on. There is one thing that I don't know about, and I'm not sure if it shows it on every application, and if it isn't on every application, one thing I really wanted to show is this. I want it to say if it offers in-app purchases like this one does, I really wish the Microsoft Store itself will tell you, maybe in another section, I don't care if you add more sections, what exactly the in-app purchases are. Like what is the in-app purchase? I wish there was a way, maybe click this plus button or something, and you get a drop down of showing you what the in-app purchases of the application are. So if that's not already in Windows, I got to give it a zonk on that one too, just because that needs to be in there. I know iOS has it. I believe Google Play has it. Microsoft Store, time to catch up with that one as well. All right, so now let's go back home. Another thing, now we're going to go on the sidebar here. You'll notice one thing when I click on everything. You probably noticed it from the get-go. Every time I highlight over something, it has a special animation. So if I highlight, it lightens up. It's pretty nice. Now, when I click on stuff, they have a little jumpy animation. It actually moves and makes like just a basic animation. So if I click apps and I'm gonna move the mouse out of the way, you see that the cubes move, the game icon, see the controller changes, you see the movies and TV thing, kind of the ticker just kind of, does its tick. It's pretty cool. And then even library, you see right there that library has a little animation. Does help have an animation? It does not, but help gives you help, sign in feedback and all this stuff like that. So that's pretty good. Now we're going to go into gaming and see how gaming is laid out. Gaming is straightforward. They show you the Game Pass titles. I won't click on any games just because the store page is essentially the same on games as well as apps. So I will just avoid that. But you see the general layout. Everything has a see all, so you can see all no matter what it is. Everything looks nice. Everything looks clean. PC game specials and all that stuff. It's good. I got to say, it's pretty good. Movies and TVs is the final one because I got to click on that too. Once again, you got movies and TVs. So it's basically the same layout as home, apps, and gaming, only it's filtering to movies and TVs, and it's laying it out to show you things related to just movies and TVs. So you got movies that are probably they want you to see about. I definitely got to see this TV show right now, Shield Hero Season 2. That was a really good anime. But you can see all the different things here. So let's say Spider-Man No Way Home. I know I said I'd never click on it, but this has a little different thing in it where it shows Movies Anywhere icon, which means if you buy it here, you can, any device and app that supports Movies Anywhere, you can still have the same copy that you paid for on that device. So it's pretty nice. And then also here you see that what formats it supports in terms of audio and video. So Dolby Digital Plus, HD, 4K, HDR, and closed captioning is supported. The year it came out and so on. You can see the trailer, which I won't click on for copyright, and so on. You can see the file size. That's amazing. All the additional information that you can see. It's pretty nice. Everything looks pretty good. I love the file size thing because seeing how much space you have, if in case you want to download it before you download it, that's pretty dope. All right, so now going back, you're going to go into the final tab here. We're going to go into the library. And then you guys are going to see an insight into my account of what I own. Clearly, I test a lot of things, so I have a lot of random apps that no one else will ever use. You got all the tabs for the different things that are basically here. So you got your apps, just like apps. You got your games, just like games. Movies and TV, just like movies and TV. So essentially, it's laid out in the same order that these side tabs are. You might not notice that ever, but you notice it now. It's laid out in the same order, so you always know that apps, games, movies and TV. And if I click those, that shows what movies and TV shows that I have. And if I want to watch those, it doesn't open it up in the store. No, it opens it up in literally the movies and TV application, which you'll see an example. So just like that, you see that it opens it up in the movies and TV application, not in the store. And even this application needs some help itself. It definitely hasn't been updated yet. So Microsoft, I hope you're doing it already before I even say this in the video. And then last thing here, we got included with device. Obviously, there's no content that was included with this PC that I'm using because this is a custom built PC that I made. So there won't be anything included with this device. But if you have like an HP or something, you might have some extra things included with your device. If you have a Razer laptop like I do, you might have like a Razer Synapse if it's available in the store. I'm not sure. Help, like I said, gets help and things like that. And it's pretty straightforward. Now, before I close out the video, there's one more thing I wanted to get into, and that was the ordering of how they filter certain things, right? Because if I type in, I want to say Notepad, let's type in Amazon, right? Let's type in Amazon and just search basic Amazon, right? Let's see what pops up. Okay, we got the Amazon App Store. You got Amazon properties that actually do show up. Okay, so that's good. So one thing that the Microsoft Store had issues with in the past was even when you typed in contextual information about things that should just be popping up number one, it still showed like Amazon Rainforest app as number one instead of like the Amazon Prime Video application. So it was really weird. So if I type in like sound recorder, let's see what pops up first. Let's click away from that. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier in the video where I said I'm not sure how they pick the order of results. Typically, the results that come first are the ones that are the most popular, whether that's by rating, whether that's by the amount of ratings, highest ratings, amount of ratings. This doesn't seem to have any of that kind of organization. I have no idea how Now Smart Sound Recorder comes first versus any sound recorder. And then you got Dolby Theater, Surround, Unbound. And then way down here with 709 reviews is the Windows Voice Recorder, which is now called Sound Recorder as well. Obviously, it's in preview right now. I don't know how the order of the store does it. I don't know what the problem is here. But that's a major thing Microsoft needs to fix. You already own Bing. You already have a search engine that can do this. I'm not sure what the issue is. Maybe having the Bing team help you with Microsoft Store to figure out search aggregation, analytics, to figure out what comes first. I'm not sure what it is. I'm really not sure at all. And then the last thing that I kind of want to see, I know people are going to not like me for this one comment, but the thing I kind of want to see is, I know Amazon does this a lot. We know Google does this. I think everybody does this. Even Apple does this. If I search for something like sound recorder or even voice recorder, let's type in voice recorder and see what comes up. I know I can click these up here and do it, but I'm going to click search anyway. Let's see what goes first. Okay, so the Windows voice recorder comes first. What about Notepad? What comes first if I type in Notepad? Okay, Windows Notepad. That's good. So what I was basically saying was, I kind of want, in a way, anything that is native to Windows, in terms of anything that is an inbox app that you can uninstall on Windows. If I search for it, even if I'm looking for something else, in my opinion, I kind of want the Windows like OS built-in ones to show up first, no matter what, just in case you might have deleted it on accident, you want it back quickly, you don't know which one it is. Because sometimes you won't know. Some developers have better icons made than even Microsoft icons. So I would kind of just make sure, if it's not already like this for all the inbox apps, every single thing I search for that is something that is already in Windows, that you can download separately, make that come first before the first major result. That's all I really wanted to say with that. So other than that, the Microsoft Store looks good. And the last thing I'm going to do is just do some resizing. Let's see how it looks when I resize it different ways. So if I resize it like that, it looks good. If I scale it in like this, kind of looks a little janky, but I mean, it looks all right. Let's see if I shrink it all the way. This area right here probably needs the most help, because you can't really see the background. If I make it long this way, how does it look? It fits correctly. What happens if I don't know, make it like a square? What's the size before it transforms? Okay, so it automatically knows when there's enough space. It is responsive in that way. Let's give it more space so that way I can... Is it going to work? Good. And then resizing more just to see how resizing is, how text resizing is, when text appears. This is when text starts appearing on the top banner. So, okay, so it looks pretty good. Everything seems to check out pretty well. So I guess the minor things are the search right here. Clicking out and being able to click up here to get rid of it, get rid of search when you're doing it. In fact, search doesn't even pop up. There we go. So now clicking out, let me do that. And then also fix your search entries, fix your search algorithm. That's another thing. Other than that, and then fix some of the inconsistencies when I want to download an app or a purchase or something like that, where it's square when I'm redeeming a code. If I go up here and I'm redeeming a code, if it'll work, there we go. Redeem a code, see how it comes out square like that. Fix that thing too. And then also look at this. When I redeem a code with search still showing these things that I previously searched, it overlaps and there's nothing I can do. You probably hear me clicking. There's nothing I can do to get rid of it other than just hit escape. Nope, escape doesn't even do anything there either. What about just clicking search again? Okay, now it makes it go away, and then hitting cancel makes this go away. So let us be able to click away in order to get things to disappear. That's pretty much what I want to say. So this video is very long, I know, but I had to do this. This is a bulky app. This app has been something that I've been thinking about for a while. I just never got to it, and now I did. It's probably 20 minutes long. I have no idea. But anyway, if you enjoyed this kind of app review, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you don't like it, let me know as well. I'm always open to feedback. What is the question of the day? I've got to say, the question of the video: what is your most hated feature of the Microsoft Store as it currently stands? And also, what is your most loved feature of this current Microsoft Store the way it stands? Whether you're in an insider preview or not, just put those in the comment section below. I'm curious to read what you think. My name is Kwaku, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.